I knew you can do it, baby. Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Richie with Raw Tactics, and today we're going to talk about the differences between shooting a Glock and a fancy Staccato. And since we're extra Gucci today, we have a DVC Limited race gun that we're going to be shooting as well. Now, not only will we be talking about the differences between shooting them, but when it comes to law enforcement, military personnel, what's going to be a better gun for you to carry while on duty? But before we get into that, let's talk about our sponsor of the channel, Click Belts. Like I said, always wearing my Click Belt for my everyday carry. I wear them on my battle belts. Get yours today at clickbelts.com. If you're not wearing a Click Belt on your pants, then you're definitely missing out on something. Thank you to Click Belts. Show them some love, clickbelts.com, because they're showing some love to us to help you guys out. Today we're gonna be shooting my everyday carry gun, which is the Glock 34 with the Delta Point Pro optic, and we're gonna compare it against the Staccato P with the Trijicon SRO, the Staccato C2, which is more of a concealed gun with the Trijicon RMR, and we also have the DVC Limited, which has the iron sights. Now remember, it's you who makes the gun, it's not the gun who makes you. No matter what gun you have, train with it to the best of your abilities so you become the most proficient shooter that you can be with the firearm that you choose to carry. All right, let's start off with the Glock 34. This is my everyday carry gun. It's my favorite gun. I got the Delta Point Pro on here. You know, when it comes down to it, it's a Glock. The trigger is the same. Glock 34 is one of the bigger firearms that Glock makes. So nothing really too fancy about this. It's very predictable. Failure rate is very low. I trust this gun. And as of right now, it's my favorite. So I should do fairly well when it comes to firing this. So it's a fucking Glock, you know, when it comes down to it. So let's move into the fun guns. I know how to shoot this gun. Let's move into the Staccatos. All right, next we got the Staccato P 2011 9mm. This is like the second time I'm gonna be shooting this gun. I also have the Trijicon SRO on here. Some people say that this is not a law enforcement or military made optic. They say it's more of a competition optic, but it's very durable. It's very trustworthy. You can run this optic if needed. It has a great window on it in order for that optic to find you, and we'll run from there. On the back of the Staccato, we have the safety here, but you know what? Let's just get down to shooting it and we see how we do and see how this feels. So I can already tell that the trigger's lighter, the recoil is way less. The weight's a little bit heavier than the Glock, but this is nice. I like this a lot. So the only thing I don't like so far on the Staccato is where the slide lock, slide release is. I'm a huge fan when I reload is I want to take my strong hand thumb and I want to reach up and I want to hit this slide release in order to have that slide go forward. See, it's even hard with my strong hand there. The slide lock, slide release is right in the middle of the frame here, so it's really hard. There's two ways that you can adapt to this. First is that once you reload that firearm, you can reacquire your grip and then with your support side thumb, let that slide roll forward. Or after you reload, you can actually just rack the slide and then acquire your grip from there. But overall, this gun, when it comes to shooting, like I said, it's a little bit heavier, but the recoil is significantly less than that Glock 34. It is very noticeable. It is very easy to stay on target when it comes to firing this gun. The trigger is smooth, the reset is good. Overall, this gun, I can tell you just from, I don't even need to get into the DVC or the compact one. This one is a good gun. I missed that last shot because I'm an idiot. But this gun is a good gun when it comes to shooting. Let's move on to the Staccato C2. It's a more of a compact gun. This is more comparable to like your Glock 19 as far as size, but everything's the same between the Staccato P and this C2 other than the size. So obviously I have the RMR on here, which is a very smaller window compared to the SRO and the Delta Point Pro. But overall, we're rating this for maybe carrying it concealed or for the individuals who have smaller hands and want a smaller framed firearm. So pretty much the same as the Staccato P. There is a little more recoil on this. Can you guess why? Probably because it's a smaller framed gun, but nothing really significant to where I can't control this. It's not a hand cannon. It's still very smooth. The trigger reset is awesome. This firearm is definitely something that I would recommend when it's coming to a concealed carry or a firearm that you need to carry if you have smaller hands as well. Now we're running the DVC Limited by STI. We know that this is going to outperform the Glock. We're really just comparing this to the Staccato P. When it comes to this, I can tell you right now, it's already going to have less recoil than that Staccato P, which had basically no recoil. I would say the major con to this, as far as carrying it on duty or for an everyday carry, is the fact that this gun is built for speed. Okay, it's like Lightning McQueen. It is built for speed. You sneeze, this trigger is going to go off. I would not recommend this for a law enforcement or everyday carry type of situation. This is strictly a competition gun, but we're just having fun out here with it. So let's see how we do. This thing, absolutely no recoil, phenomenal gun. The trigger, I mean, like I said, you sneeze, this thing goes off. This thing is amazing. It's a race gun, it's a competition gun. Like I said, I would not recommend it for a law enforcement or everyday carry setting, but you know, it is what it is for you enthusiasts out there who just want to collect it and shoot it. It is a phenomenal gun. All right, we had our fun. Now let's start putting this to the test. We're gonna run a bill drill here from about the 8-yard line to the C-zone piece of steel. We're gonna start from the low ready, fire 6 rounds as quickly and as accurately as we can, starting with the Glock and moving up to the DVC. Hopefully we see decreased times as we move up. So 162 was that time when it came to firing this. 162, 6 rounds, 8-yard line from the low ready. I know we normally do these drills from the holster, but I don't have a holster for those Staccatos or the DVC yet. So we're gonna do it from the low ready. All right, moving on to the Staccato P. Bill drill, 6 rounds from the 8-yard line, C-zone piece of steel. So that was at 149, which was quicker than our Glock. Time for the Staccato C2, a little bit more compact, still Staccato, a little bit smaller. Let's see how we do here. So I was at a 136. So I was just a little smoother with that probably, but 136 for those 6 rounds. All right, last but not least, the STI DVC Limited. Let's see how we do here. Huh. That was 138. My first shot was 0.59. My first shot on the Staccato C2 was 0.51. So overall shot faster, but my first shot was 0.8 slower on this than I was with the Staccato C2. Maybe because it was the optic, maybe the iron sights. Remember, the benefit of having that optic is picking up that sight picture quicker than you do with your iron sights. But 138 on this with a slower first shot, this gun was definitely ripping on that. So the competitor in me wants to beat our fastest time with my Glock, which was the slowest time. I mean, this is my baby, it's my everyday gun. You can go faster than you can do faster. We're gonna try to beat that time with this just for fun. I knew you can do it, baby. 122 when it came to the Glock 34. I was really pushing myself there. But you know, we had a pep talk beforehand and she knew to show up for this last time. So 122. Point being, it's not necessarily the gun, it is the end user. And your abilities makes the gun does not make you. So I had fun today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I got to shoot 4 different types of guns, all the way from my Glock 34 to two different types of Staccatos and then the DVC Limited. Remember, you make the gun does not make you. Run your gun, train often, subscribe, like, comment, all that shit that you're supposed to do when you watch YouTube. I'm Richie with Raw Tactics, and I'll see you later.